All right, let me make sure we live, we streaming, everything is popping. All right, we looking good right now. All right, welcome back to another stream from, the one and only Ruler Report. And yeah, when we go live, that means we got content, we got the paperwork. You know what I mean? We got everything. We ain't just talking about what another YouTuber said or what another YouTuber read in the paperwork. We actually got that work ourselves, man. I just want to wait till it was early enough for everybody to be up, you know what I mean? Because I know this paperwork dropped late last night. I was on my Instagram last night, man, and I had, ran across it. I did see other people saying that they had the paperwork or they had seen the paperwork or whatnot, but I had to go ahead and grab that work myself, man. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into some other stuff. It's early. It's early, but, it is what it is, man. I got to bring y'all this content, man. Hit that like button as y'all come up in here. It's been a minute since I went live for a couple of different reasons. For one, because I've been getting money. I've been having to get that paper right. I got to get my bread together. You know what I mean? It's that season. But also, man, with that being said, it just really ain't been a lot of content. And I got to be motivated for content. I can't just come on here and just content about just anything. What's going on with you, Flower Bloom? Yeah, I got that paperwork. You know what I mean? I just stepped my paperwork skills up, man. But yeah, so with that being said, man, I just, it really ain't been a lot going on for me to really just jump on here and go live, man. And I like to stay in the same algorithm. Like I know some YouTube channels, they cover a lot of stuff, man. They might be covering what's going on in the No Jumper universe for a minute. Then they jump out the window and do something else. I kind of like sticking in the same area. You know what I mean? But yeah, with that being said, man, we got the content. I have the entire paperwork. We're going to go over the paperwork. We're going to talk about a lot of the stuff that's in the paperwork. We're going to reference some of the videos that's being talked about or some of the situations that's being talked about in this paperwork. Now, I was seeing yesterday that Bricc Baby was talking about he was going to be getting out of jail. He did a video with academics, right? And, they talked about getting out or whatever, and we're going to go over that too. I think the most important thing for me to do first and foremost is to get this paperwork cracking. So once we get a certain amount of people up in here, I'm going to start letting the paperwork be read. I'm not going to actually read the paperwork because y'all know I'll be messing the words up. So we're going to use the computer. You know what I mean? We're going to use technology and allow the computer to actually read the paperwork and stuff and go over. And I will pause here and there and give my, commentary on what I feel like is being said and talked about in this. You know what I mean? Now, I can tell you that this paperwork right here, this isn't necessarily the indictment, right? This is like a memorandum. This came out because, Bricc Baby is about to try to go to court for bail consideration. So this is the opposition to his bail consideration. So again, this is not paperwork for an indictment. This is not an unsealed document. But what the feds are doing, what the United States attorneys are doing, they're laying out a case to the judge as to why they feel like Bricc should not be released on bail. So, yeah. Now, y'all know Bricc Baby go to court today. He probably in court right now. That might be the breaking news here in a little bit. So we on live at a good time. That might be the breaking news here in a second. So we're gonna keep our eyes online. Moderators, if y'all on social media, other social media sites at the same time, just keep an eye out. See if y'all see any updates on the bail hearing. But as far as anything else, man, we're gonna get into this paperwork, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer. People will come in, and by the time they come in, maybe we'll be into the good parts. Let's get it going.
Kevin J. Butler, Cowl Bar number 329129.
All right, hold on. Give me 1 second. I really didn't want to be at that part.
Zahir Mitchell, a.k.a. Bricc Baby, a.k.a. Big Shitty, a.k.a. MPA Shitro, a.k.a. Shitty Montana.
All right, hold on.
Defendant, Plaintiff United States of America, by and through its counsel of record, the United States Attorney for the Central District of California and Assistant United States Attorneys Kevin J. Butler and Jenna A. McCabe, hereby files its memorandum in opposition to Defendant Zahir Mitchell's application for bail reconsideration.
All right, so basically, like I said, this is the bail reconsideration, being filed by the California and Assistant United States Attorney Kevin J. Butler to opposition of Bricc Baby's application for bail reconsideration. Now, in a video yesterday, Bricc Baby claimed that he had like 1.1 million in assets to get out of jail. That's what he said. We'll see what happens. Let's keep going though.
This memorandum is based on the below referenced points and authorities, the files and records in this case, and such further evidence and argument as the court may permit. Dated April 8, 2025, respectfully submitted Bilal A. ESSAYLI United States Attorney Lindsey Greer DOTSON Assistant United States Attorney Chief, Criminal Division /S/ Kevin J. Butler Jenna A. MACCABE Assistant United States Attorneys for Plaintiff United States of America. Table of Contents.
All right, so now in the table of contents, it's going to kind of give you an introduction as to what Bricc Baby is actually being accused of, not necessarily charged with, right? Some of it is charges, some of it is just things that he was doing that they're saying, like, this is reasons why Bricc should not be out. And when y'all hear some of this stuff, when they actually go into details about what was going on, it's going to get a little tricky. Like, it's going to sound real crazy for the Bricc. But I can change the voice to sound like me. All right, I'll do that. You using what I told you to. Yeah, I know, right? I didn't know that I could make it sound like me, though. But let me see. Voice options, use online natural. Learn how to add more voices. Let me see. All right, I'll do that. I'll do that on the next. So I'll do that on the next trip. That'd be dope to make it sound like me. All right, let's keep going.
Contents. Description page. Memorandum of Points and Authorities 1. Introduction 1. 2. Statement of Facts 2. A. Defendant is intercepted discussing criminal activity, including pointing a firearm at his partner and child. 2.
Now, so basically what they're saying is, like, and that's going to be on page 2. They've actually, this is a statement of fact on Bricc Baby. Bricc Baby is done, man. When we get into reading, like, and getting into all this paperwork, y'all going to see Bricc is done for real. Like, even if he get out on bond, I ain't saying he ain't going to be able to get out on bond, but he looking at some serious time. So basically, the defendant is intercepted discussing criminal activity. Basically, they've heard him on a wiretap talking about criminal activity. Hit that like button, y'all. Get them likes up. Also, with that being said, what's going on, Overflow TV? Also, with that being said, they said including pointing a strizap at his partner, which would be his girlfriend or his baby mama and child. Now, that's crazy as hell. Let's keep going.
2. B. Firearms and ammunition are recovered from defendants.
So,
defendants. Home 3.
So they found hammers and ammo at Cuz's house.
3. C. Defendant is recorded on intercepted calls making. Other admissions 4.
So he was intercepted on phone calls, running his mouth, self-snitching, telling on himself, talking about things that he should have been talking about on the phone. Yeah, he's cooked like stew.
4. D. A defendant continues to threaten violence and carry firearms 5.
So he continued to carry straps. We seen, y'all see the thumbnail on my video. You know what I mean? So he continued to carry straps and all that. He tripping.
5. E. Defendant is charged with repeatedly possessing a firearm and ammunition despite numerous felony convictions.
All right, so they saying he keeps repeatedly, even though he getting caught with these straps by the feds, he done been caught with straps in the past, he continues to carry these straps even though he's a felon. You know what I mean? Despite numerous felony convictions.
Convictions, 7.
They laying it out.
F. The morning of defendant's instant arrest, he had an unsecured firearm and ammunition in reach of his young child, 7. G. Defendant's criminal history is full of violence and supervision violations, 8. 1. 2000.
All right, hold on. Let's move that up a little bit so y'all can keep seeing it.
2006 narcotics and obstruction of law enforcement, 8. 2. 2010 reckless evading involving assault with a deadly weapon, 8. 3. 2012 to 2014 narcotics convictions, 9. 4. 2016 criminal threats conviction, 9. 5. 2020 robbery conviction, 9.
All right, it paused for some
H.
reason.
Defendant was detained based on risk of flight and danger, 11.
All right, so I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. Let me see. Defendant. They said that the defendant should remain detained. Nature and circumstances of the offenses, weight of the evidence, history of characteristics of the defendant, and it says nature and seriousness of the danger posed by defendant's release. It says defendant proposed property bond is insufficient. Now, again, like I said, Bricc Baby is claiming that he has $1.3 million worth of property that he's willing to put up for his bond. The feds are saying that it's insufficient. So they cite a couple of different cases and stuff like that, but I think I'm gonna just go ahead and read it because I'm tired of the voice. All right, so it says defendant Zaire Mitchell asked the court to be released pending trial, arguing that a secured property bond is sufficient to reasonably assure his appearance and the safety of any other person or the community. To the contrary, though, defendant's criminal history shows a dedication to crime, a dedication. See, I'm fucking up already. A dedication to crime. It also says no matter what the consequences are. So basically, they're saying regardless of what Bricc Baby is saying in court, he has a dedication to be from the big 6-0, 6 times 10, neighborhood crip, and by any means, even y'all hear the way that he's talking on those phone calls when he calling home. He don't give a damn if he locked up or not. He's still gonna be the brick. It says, moreover, his conduct during the investigation in this case shows the same dedication to a life of crime and inability to comply with the rule of law. It says the indictment first alleges that defendant in shooting at individuals possessed ammunition expelled from a firearm on July 12, 2022. It says then on June 21st, 2023, the defendant was captured on an intercepted call arguing with a significant other, aka his baby mama, the one y'all see, the big booty chick that be in the videos in the background coming to get the weed and stuff when he's smoking in his little room doing his live streams. Well, this is what happened with her. Maybe she might be looking for somebody. Somebody give me her Instagram. What's her Instagram page? It says, then on June 21st, 2023, defendant was captured on an intercepted call arguing with a significant other in which she repeatedly recounted that the defendant had pointed a strap at her while she was holding his infant child. Now, y'all know Bricc just had that baby with her. This man is on a phone call that was like actually captured, pointing a strap at her while she got the baby in her hand. Like, what kind of buster ass shit is that? You feel what I'm saying? Like, real tender out here in these streets. It says execution of a search warrant at the defendant's home followed, and 3 firearms, including the AK-47 style strap and over 120 rounds of ammo were found. So the reason why they ran up in Bricc Baby house, the reason why they found the AK, the reason why he has that case is because they heard him on a wiretap basically holding her and threatening to do stuff to her. They pulled up on him like, fuck, hey, we got to run up in this house real quick. This dude is in here about to smoke her and the baby. Where they do that at? Big 6-0 was in there about to smoke his baby mama. Maybe he was mad because Wack really telling the truth, and maybe the baby mama really kicking it with one of his homeboys. I don't know. But Bricc done flipped the hell out. Pull that strap on some of these, you know what I mean? Say that for the niggas that you actually beefing with, cuz, like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Don't be pulling a strap on your baby mama. And then she got the baby in her hand. Like, what was Bricc thinking about? All right, anyway. It says, after law enforcement seized those weapons and arrested the defendant, he continued to, let me see. Okay, hold on. We're going to skip that. In March 2024, defendant erupted at his place of employment. Now, we all know where his place of employment is at. His place of employment is at No Jumper. It says, threatening individuals in the room and online with death. He also was fighting security, and later admitted to possessing a strap during that incident. Now, it says throughout 2024, the defendant claimed online of having hats, taking people, unaliving people, I'm going to use that word, and threatening to do the same to others. Then on March 18, 2025, the day before he was actually arrested in this case, the defendant went on a live video podcast with someone whom he had previously actually threatened to unalive, which was Loose Cannon. During the podcast, sitting across from that person, the defendant brandished a strap. Now, y'all remember Bricc Baby did the famous lean back, and we showed the picture on like one of my last live streams of Bricc actually having that strap out. And a lot of people said that, damn, Bricc didn't get charged for that. Well, I don't know if he got charged for it, but it's definitely in this paperwork that the United States attorneys have put together and laid out for the judge in this bail reconsideration hearing that's about to happen allegedly today. Bricc don't like you getting out, cuz. All right, it says the firearm was in his waistband. When the defendant was arrested the following day, an unsecured firearm with multiple magazines of live ammo matching that seen in the defendant's waistband on a podcast were found where the defendant was staying with his young child. So the day that they arrested Bricc Baby, when all of this went down, he actually got caught with the strap that we all seen online that day at No Jumper. Get them likes up, man. Get them likes up. All right, let's see. Okay, it says all of the above conduct occurred after years of violent crimes, firearm possessions, evading charges, and troubling conduct. Let me see. Disseminated throughout the internet. So a lot of everything that they're using against Bricc Baby, and I'm going to highlight that, right? I'm going to highlight that part. That disseminated throughout the internet part. I'm going to highlight that because a lot of the stuff that Bricc Baby, a lot of the stuff Loose Cannon, a lot of the stuff that's on Big U is all coming from the internet. And all of this time, people been like, Vlad's the police, Vlad this and Vlad that, and they talk about the AR app case, and, you know, well, as of lately, they talk about the Keefe D situation. I don't think Vlad TV has a damn thing on this No Jumper Rico that we seeing going down right now. It says the defendant's lengthy periods of incarceration and supervision have not deterred him from continuing to commit dangerous crimes. Now, the crazy part about that statement in this paperwork, if they say something like that during the sentencing hearing, that could possibly land Bricc in jail for a whole lot of time, because if they lay out, like, listen, y'all know the feds, they go by a point system. So with the feds going by a point system, they're going to rack up the points off of Bricc Baby based off of his past crimes, because that's how your points, you know what I mean? That's part of how they, you know, conclude how many points you have against you and put you in a different sentencing bracket. If they lay out Brick's entire criminal history, the way that they're doing it in this paperwork, Bricc is going to do a lot of time. Bricc won't be back on No Jumper no time. The only way Bricc be back on No Jumper is A, he gets a bond before he gets out on bail before they actually sentence his ass to this lengthy jail sentence that he's going to get, or if he's calling in from jail. Other than that, it's going to be a wrap for your boy. Let me see. It says there is no reason to believe this arrest will be any different, and the safety of the public demands that the defendant remain detained. Now, let me say this though: Bricc cannot, like with the way that they laying this out, Bricc cannot go stay with his baby mama. Somebody said, about time you went live, nephew. Y'all hit that like button for my nephew, Almighty. Yeah, hit the like for my boy Squabbling Jerome. Teach your mans how to squabble. Teach your mans how to squabble. Listen, Bricc can't go stay with his baby mama. He can't be around his kid. Even if they did let him out, these are people he's not going to be allowed to be around. And I'm about to lay out why. In the first several months of 2023, the defendant was intercepted on multiple court-authorized Title III wiretaps, both on his phone and his associate's phone. So they had everybody around Brick's phones tapped, including his. On multiple calls, the defendant discussed criminal activity, running his mouth on the phone, right? Could y'all imagine the wiretaps or the Title III wiretaps that's on Whack 100's phone? I just want to throw that out there, though. All right, it says, throughout March 2023, the defendant discussed how the mother of one of his children accused him of pointing the strap at her, and the defendant claimed it was a lie. All right, now, damn. He said it was a lie, so he denied that. But on June 2023, a second person accused the defendant of the same conduct. That day, the defendant's significant other, KC, the one I'm looking for on Instagram, trying to see where she at, stated, you pulled a strap out on me with your daughter. You pulled a strap out on me in front of your effing daughter. You pointed a strap at me with your bitch ass. The defendant responded, I don't give a F, and I don't give a F, ninja. I don't give a F, bitch. Ever since I've been with you. You feel what I'm saying? Bricc was fed up with his baby mama. Bricc was ready to take his baby mama to the upper room in front of her child, because ever since he been with her, he been feeling some type of way. She been pulling him down, bringing him down, and he was fed up and he was about to take her out. But her butt is so big that Bricc Baby decided that he was going to try to work it out after pulling out the strap on her, okay? Now it says the following day, the defendant argued at KC again about her picking up her daughter, ordering her to take the effing baby outside, you stupid bitch. He said, you sit in the house. She must be a lazy. Bricc Baby had him a lazy hoe. He said he wanted her to pick the daughter up, and then he ordered her to take the effing baby outside, you stupid bitch. You sit in the house all day, you dumbass hoe. KC told Bricc Baby she could not walk or drive because Bricc Baby had fucked her up. Her leg was messed up. So not only was Bricc, he was gorilla pimping her. So not only was Bricc calling her lazy because she didn't want to go out and get no money no more, but at the same time, he done fucked her leg up so she couldn't get out. She had to sit in the house all day, right? So she said, you fucked my leg up. And she also said that he was the one who hit her, who hit on people, right? You know what I mean? Like putting his hands on people and stuff. Bricc Baby responded, man, on 6-0, shut the fuck up, bitch. I just told you. Nigga, you keep playing with a nigga. You just want to see a nigga. Basically, I guess he was saying he was in jail. The defendant told KC to leave. Bricc Baby told her to leave and said that they were done. Bricc Baby was ready to start tricking. He wanted to start shooting videos with Adam, maybe let Adam buka him or whatever. But he was fed up with his baby mama at this time in the paperwork, right? Crazy, cuz. All right, so on the same day, Bricc Baby baby mama again stated it was so fucked up that you can't even apologize for the shit that you do. Bricc never said sorry for messing up her leg. She said, you never apologized for treating me bad. You pulled a strap on me. You pulled a strap out on me like this shit is cool for you. But you want me to do shit for you. You talking about you don't want me? Shit you got going on, but you gonna pull a gun out on me and my child though, right? You know what I mean? Like, hey, you out here with all these different females. She like, you out here with all these different females doing what the hell you want to do, but you beating on me and pulling out the strap in front of the kid and all that and dogging me out. And I ain't saying and doing nothing. Bricc Baby responded in Bricc Baby fashion. on 6-0. Yeah. You don't get it. I don't give a fuck, bitch. I don't give a fuck. I don't. On 6-0 Crip, nigga. All right, B. Let's get to B. Firearms and ammunition are recovered from the defendant's home. Following the above-mentioned calls, law enforcement obtained search warrants for the defendant's home, car, and person. Inside the home, law enforcement found 3 straps and ammo listed in count 2 of the indictment. They found the Shady 380, they found the 9mm, and they found 5.56 caliber AR style firearm up in there too, and over 125 rounds of ammunition. Now it says the defendant tried to drop some of the firearms and ammunition from his balcony into the courtyard. Dummy. Now it says in reference, 6-0 is a reference to the defendant's self-proclaimed gang, the Rolling 60s Neighborhood Crips. It says, okay, so he tried to drop his firearms into the courtyard of his apartment complex, just as he previously stated that he would on another intercepted call. So they had a phone call of this dummy saying that if they would ever come, I'm going to just drop it off the balcony into the courtyard, dumbass. It says defendant is recorded in an intercepted call making other admissions. Throughout the remaining period of the wiretap, the defendant made countless assertions of threats pertaining to violent conduct and weapons possessions, for example. Okay, because they got examples for this nigga and all the stuff he was saying on this phone call, y'all. It says on February 20th, 2023, the Bricc Baby stated that he did not respect the elders in the gang and would pop anyone on 6-0. Meaning Bricc Baby didn't give a damn if you was an OG, if you was a big U, little U, tiny U, infant you, whoever you is. He didn't have no respect for the OGs in the hood because y'all was harboring rats and busters like 600 be saying, right? Now, it also goes on to say, on March 6, 2023, the defendant was on the phone with his mama, and they proposed a surety here. It says, and found the mother of his child outside of his house, not the baby mama that he stayed with, but his other baby mama. He told his mom that the mother of his child was in gangland and wanted to expire early. The defendant asked the mother of his child if she wanted to die in front of their son on 6-0. As the defendant's mom, aka Bricc Baby mama, screamed at him to stop because he may be being recorded. Now, your mama was a hustler because your name is Bricc Baby because your mama was the brick lady. So she understands the game and understands that your phone is probably tapped, dummy. You done already got arrested by the feds and you still on this phone talking crazy. You know what I mean? You about to be wrapped up in this 6-0 Rico, but you still want to talk dumb on the phone. How off them perks? Now, on March 6, 2023, Bricc Baby told his baby mama that he was living with, y'all know the one with the big booty that I've been talking about all day, that the police was acting stupid, that he was tired of doing what they told him to do. Now let's pause right there, Bricc Baby. What the hell do that mean though? What is Bricc Baby trying to tell us here on March 6, 2023 when he tells his baby mama, okay? When he tells his baby mama that the police were acting stupid. Yeah, the police acting stupid, cuz I'm tired of them telling me what to do on 6-0 Crip. What is he talking about? 6 times 10. It says, and that he was ready to shoot the mother of his child. Wow, that's what you want to do? Later that day, the defendant told another unidentified male that he could unalive the mother of his child on 6-0. Like he's putting everything on 6-0 every time he's on the phone. All he talking about on neighborhood, on 6-0, killing baby mama. He don't respect the big homies. He beating up the baby mama he lived with, pointing straps at the kids, not listening to his mom who telling him to stop talking all hot on the phone. Like Bricc is just all over the place on these intercepted phone calls, right? Cool. Bam. Let's go to the next one. On March 28, 2023, it says the defendant said that he would body slam the mother of his child on her neck cuz to stop playing with him on 6-0 Crip. In the same call, the defendant discussed how it felt to actually unalive someone and have to go to school and play basketball the next day. So this dummy is online talking about how he actually was riding on the ops, knocked somebody down, took their life, and then damn, man, hey, cuz, it's so crazy, man. I mean, just put people out the conversation. It's crazy, cuz, yeah, man, I remember I had to smoke such and such or whatever, and then I had to go to school the next day and play basketball, cuz, 6-0 Crip. Like, they got all this shit on the wiretaps. It's crazy, right? Oh, they got a picture of you too, Bricc. Okay. Got pictures of Bricc. How convenient. How convenient for my listening audience that we have pictures for this. All right, it says the defendant continues to threaten violence and carry straps. It says in addition to the intercepted calls online, the defendant continued to threaten violence and carry firearms and discuss both. For example, in March of 2024, the defendant crashed out. Now the police, everybody's seen Wack post this up and people thought, oh, this got to be some fake paperwork. When did the feds start using the word crash out? Okay, right here. It says, in March 2024, the defendant crashed out at his place of employment, threatening to shoot people and eventually fighting a security guard. Why didn't they talk about him getting choked up, though, by the boy from Insane, P. Nice? The defendant later admitted in a separate interview that he had a strap on him during the altercation and that he brought his daughter with him to the studio. Now, we all remember that his daughter was with him. Y'all remember that, right? Cool. Bam. Now, here we go again. We got pictures for this, too. They put this together. I'm going to have to actually commend the United States prosecution who put this paperwork together. They really did a good job for us, people who doing content on this. You know, they provided an illustration along with words. So it's kind of like, you know, because sometimes when you read a book, it's boring when it's just words. But what they did for us was they actually gave us the words as well as now we have pictures to go along with the words. Dope. All right. In June 2024, the defendant argued over the phone with an individual that claimed he had took more people than the other had fought. Okay, y'all want a reference to that video real quick? Let me see how we can do that. My dog on the porch going crazy. Let's go to Instagram. All right. Okay. By the way, we got 7,200 followers on Instagram now. All right, let's get it.
Hey, nigga, I got more murders than you got squabbles, bitch. Whoa. In the hood, nigga. Dead homies, nigga.
So they're actually referencing that clip that I just played where he talking crazy, right? Bricc think it's a game, yeah. All right, so it says that he actually, the defendant stated that he swore it to be true on his 4 babies. He put it on his 4 babies, which he repeated many times. And later attempting to downplay the claim, the defendant, Bricc Baby, stated that even if he had one body, that would be more than the other person had in fights. Now, it also says on March 18, 2025, that was this year, the same individual who the defendant previously had threatened and claimed to have more scars than had squabbles joined the same podcast, which we're talking about, Loose Cannon. It says showed that he had a strap in his waistband. And again, they provided pictures for us, which I think was just like, shout out to them. Dub prosecution for putting this in the paperwork. The defendant is charged with repeatedly possessing straps and ammunition despite his numerous felony convictions, which we talked about that earlier. Bricc Baby is now charged with multiple counts of possession, hammers, and ammo, all violations, and it gives the code. The first charge stems from the defendant actually letting that thing loose and 3 bullets in a business parking lot in July 2022. And it basically said he was trying to fend himself off because somebody was trying to rob him. It says the second charge involves all the straps and ammo found at his home, June 2023. Both of these charges are followed by 5 felony convictions from 2010, 2012, 2014, 2016, and 2020, respectively. He's going to do some time, I'm telling you. While the pretrial services report includes a longer criminal history with out-of-state convictions, right? It says the morning the defendant's instant arrest, he had an unsecured firearm and ammo in reach of his young child. So, this is like some child endangerment shit right here, y'all. Somebody said, nephew Amadi, I hope your man's Bricc know how to squabble, because ain't no hammers in the joint. Somebody else said, Adam is Bricc Baby side piece. Somebody else said, no, Adam knew they asked more than that cease and desist. The feds had to ask about that episode. Facts. And listen, I'm with y'all. And this is why Adam is fake not answering Bricc Baby's calls. And we're going to get into all that on this live stream. But I want to get the paperwork out the way first for the people who just came for the paperwork. But we're going to get to it all, right? Now, my dog is out there tripping, cuz. All right, it says, where we at? I'm sorry. Okay. On March 19, 2025, law enforcement arrested Bricc Baby on felony and possession charges in the indictment at his residence in Gardena, California. Oh, you was living in Gardena, cuz, huh? Okay. With his significant other and young child. Agents found a Glock 26 and a 17-round Glock mag with 16 rounds of 9 milli, as well as another mag and 16 rounds of 9 milli ammo too. The defendant kept all of that unsecured despite residing with his significant other and child he had already threatened with the strap before. Big Booty, get in my DM, y'all. Hey, y'all send her my profile. She need a real nigga. I work for a living. I go to work. I ain't claiming no gang. I ain't putting it on nothing. You know what I mean? I just say cuz because that's how we talk where I'm from. We just say cuz. I ain't in no gang. I ain't got no gang affiliation. You know what I mean? I'm just a tuner. I'm a turned up non-affiliate. Despite being arrested with all the straps and ammo at his residence in June 2023, despite many felony convictions prohibiting him from possessing firearms or ammo, and despite California Penal Code 32310 prohibiting possession of large capacity mags, those holding more than 10 rounds, he got caught with all that. Now it says the defendant's criminal history is full of violence and supervision violations. So basically, not only was he cutting up and catching cases and doing stuff causing harm to people, but he also was getting violated while he was on probation. You know what I mean? So they laying out a smooth plan for Bricc Baby to not be released on bond, man. Let me shed some light on this situation up, man. That might be too bright though, but let me shed a little light on this. You know what I mean? I got it too crypt out in here. Got a little too crypt out in the background. Hold on. My podcast, this is a non-gang affiliated podcast. All right, as shown in the pretrial services report and the indictment itself, the defendant's multiple firearm and ammunition possession charges in this case are far from the defendant's first crimes. In 2006, narcotics obstruction and of the law enforcement. Almost 20 years ago, the defendant earned his first felony from a narcotics distribution conviction, while he was also charged with willful obstruction of the law, officers by use of threats or violence. He was sentenced to 10 years probation and given a second chance with community service and school conditions. All right, I'm gonna just kind of skim through these. 2010, he had a reckless evading involving an assault with a deadly weapon. So maybe he was pimping or tricking. Yeah, let's read this. In 2010, the defendant's criminal charges escalated with a charge for assault with a deadly weapon with great bodily injury, likely, and a conviction for evading a peace officer with disregard for safety. The defendant's sentence was 365 days in jail and 3 years probation. a violation of which resulted in 2 years of confinement. Now, according to the certified conviction records and police report for the original crime, police saw Bricc Baby. Police saw a sex worker entering Bricc Baby's car, and the defendant then sped off upon seeing police. The defendant led police on a high-speed chase through stop signs and red lights. At some point, the defendant pushed the female out of the moving vehicle. And that ain't funny. The victim landed on her face, and the defendant ran over her thigh with his car. Damn, the victim later stated that she asked to be let out the car multiple times, but the defendant refused until later he threw her ass out the car. The victim also stated that Bricc Baby said he had something he needed to get rid of during the chase and threw a strap out the window. Damn, Bricc. Bricc was off the hook. All right. Here goes some more proof. They providing us with context to his criminal history as to why the judge should not be letting the infamous 6x10 Bricc Baby out of jail. You feel what I'm saying? On Neighborhood. That's what Bricc would say right now on 6-0. All right. 2012 to 2014 narcotics convictions. Upon his release in 2012, the defendant was arrested for transportation of controlled substances and ultimately sentenced to 365 days in jail. How you keep only getting a year for all these cases, though? Like, hold on, let's go back to that case that I just read. Bricc Baby got 365 days and 3 years probation after he not only did he run from the police, not only did he get caught with a strap, but then he threw the broad out the car and ran her thigh meat over, and she told the police that he did it. He still only got a year? What the hell? Like, who is his attorney? Okay. Now, upon his release in 2012, the defendant was arrested for transportation of a controlled substance and ultimately sentenced to another year and 3 years of probation. He got the same damn sentence. That probation was later revoked after the defendant admitting to violating it. 5 months after that arrest, but before that sentence, he was arrested for the same crime in Nevada and ultimately sentenced to 4 years probation. Like, how's you getting all these papers and shit? You getting all this probation? They gave me probation one time. After that, I went to the joint every single time. Like, I was on the yard. Somewhere doing some push-ups and dips and pull-ups. Programming. Walking the track. Playing softball. You know what I mean? Like, I was on the yard. It says he was in 2013, he was arrested for and by 2014 convicted of possession of a controlled substance. The defendant later received misdemeanor relief for that conviction, but he thereafter violated his probation. How does he get so much probation? Cuz am I the only one like trying to figure that out though? Yeah, somebody said running 304 is over and his car is diabolical. Cuz is off the hook. He threw that hoe out. He said he threw out the car and she landed on her face. Funny, but not funny. All right, where we at? 2016, criminal threats conviction. On August 2nd, 2016, the defendant was convicted of criminal threats and sentenced to 2 years in a state prison. Although he was given yet another opportunity with the suspension of the execution of the sentence in 3 years. Damn. So in 2016, you mean to tell me they suspended his sentence and he was sentenced to 2 years in state prison, but he was given yet another opportunity with a suspension of the sentence that they gave him in 3 years probation? Come on, man. Like, what's going on? What's really going on when Bricc go to court? How many people y'all know that get papers this many times? He violated that probation multiple times, even receiving a no bail bench warrant for his failure to appear for a violation hearing. They taking 4 extras ass to jail every other week. This nigga, he committing felonies and getting out. All right, he had a robbery conviction in 2020. October 7, 2020, the defendant was convicted of robbery and sentenced to 6 years imprisonment. This arrest also featured a high-speed chase and barricade. Y'all remember the standoff like that he had? Did y'all ever see that video? Let me see if I can find it. Where that Instagram page at? Let's go to YouTube real quick. It was like the whole thing was on like TV, like the high speed and everything. I think I watched it on. It was like I forget the name of the dude that did the thing. Let me see. Swamp Stories, I think, had that on there. If I can't find it, we just gonna keep moving. See, Bricc Baby got so much content online right now, it's gonna be hard to find it. Anyway, like before he got arrested, it would pop right up, but it ain't popping up. So we just gonna keep on going. All right. Anyway, let's get back to the paperwork. All right. It says a high speed chase and barricade incident that the defendant glamorized in his music. Oh dang! So this is hold on, Bricc Baby Life Behind the Gates official video. Let's go to his page though. Let's go to Bricc Baby's YouTube channel real quick. Let me see. Cause the motherfucker, he ain't got that much damn content. What was the name of that again, y'all? Maybe he could have had his baby mama take it down. Bricc Baby, Life Behind the Gates. He might have had her take it down, which is good. Oh, here we go.
That music video from YouTube is of local rap artist Bricc Baby, the 29-year-old now in LAPD custody after a standoff in Marina Del Rey.
Well, they said he glamorized it while he, you know what I mean? This is the video of him in the standoff, you know what I mean? Local rapper arrested after standoff. Let's see if we can just get that whole thing. I guess there's a lot of local rappers. Nope. All right, we're just gonna keep rolling. I'll see. We'll find it later. Cause even if I put his name in there, I think it's gonna be like the algorithm is based off of this all the shit that's going on right now. Nope. This is gonna be all the stuff we already seeing right now, man. Government, Rallo, nope. All right. We ain't gonna worry about it. The hell with it. All right, anyway. Let's get back to the paperwork. All right, it brings up misdemeanors and other convictions of him as a juvenile. Let's go to this fraud shit though. They got him down for fraud. It says the defendant's crimes do not pertain only to violence and weapons possessions. The defendant is currently under investigation for fraudulently applying for FEMA benefits by claiming to be a renter of a property in Pasadena, California, destroyed in the fire in January 2020. Moreover, in his digital devices seized during his previous arrest, the defendant was in possession of multiple Social Security numbers, addresses, and other personal identifying information that he had bought on WhatsApp. The defendant even had a photograph of a driver's license with his photograph, but a different name, address, and state. Now, during the time when like a lot of these natural disasters was happening, or like PPP, people from outside of California was attempting to get addresses and things like that, so they could get some of that money that was being given out in certain areas that wasn't given out in the states that they live in, man. So I guess Bricc Baby was taking full advantage of all that, as well as claiming to be a renter to get some of that property that was destroyed by the wildfires in Pasadena. Salute to my cousin Crystal. Rest in peace to my cousin Crystal and my family in Pasadena, and and my family that's in Altadena that lost all their stuff in the fires too. My Aunt Florence and shit, and all my cousins out that way. It says, moreover, in his digital devices seized during his previous arrest, the defendant was in possession of multiple social security numbers, addresses, and other personal identifying. Okay, I've read that already. It says the defendant was detained based on risk of flight and danger. So they arrested him because they felt that he would run after they picked up Big U and them, so we might as well get him too. On March 19, 2025, the court ordered the defendant detained pending trial based on risk of non-appearance and danger to the community. This court found detention to be appropriate based on one, the defendant's history and characteristics during his criminal record of fugitive arrest and violating parole and probation conditions, as well as insufficient bail resources. 2, the defendant's safety risk due to the nature of the seriousness of the instant charges and his criminal history, which includes numerous convictions, some of which were violent. It also says legal standards for pretrial detention. The defendant must be detained pending trial where no condition or combination of conditions will reasonably assure the appearance of the person as required and the safety of any other person and the community. Detention is thus appropriate for a defendant who is either a danger to the community or a flight risk. So it kind of just goes into a lot of different things. It goes on to the nature of the circumstances of the offense charged, including whether the offense is a crime of violence, the weight of the evidence against Bricc Baby, also Bricc Baby's character, physical and mental condition, family community ties, past conduct, and history relating to him being a drug fiend or alcohol abuser in criminal history. The nature and seriousness of the danger to any person or to the community that would pose the defendant's release. All right, let's see. I want to keep going because they get to talking about how much time Bricc Baby is looking at. Now it says the nature of and circumstances of the defendant's offenses unequivocally weigh in favor of detention. The defendant's offenses: possession, multiple firearms. We know all this. And then they talk about the defendant fired at would-be robbers in a business parking lot and less than a year later was found with firearms after purportedly pointing them at his partner and child, only confirmed that the defendant should not be possessing firearms, not to mention his multiple prior felonies, each of which alone prohibit him from possessing them. His continued possession of firearms and even more ammunition at his home with his child during his latest arrest only further corroborates the need for his detention. Moreover, the defendant faces a statutory minimum of 15 years for each count. So he facing 15 years a maximum for each count. As currently charged due to the defendant's extensive criminal history, likely rendering him in criminal history category V, and with enhancements for the type and number of firearms and obstructions of justice, defendant faces likely guidelines ranging from 92 months to 115 months. Now, 115 months is like a little over 9 years. It ain't actually 10 years, because 114 months is 9.5 years. So I'm guessing that would be like 9 years and like 6 months, 7 months, something like that, I want to say. Prison imprisonment based on a total offense level of 24. Below are the guidelines calculated based on the information currently known. Now, base level, they saying he got 20 points plus 2 points for 3 firearms plus 2 points for obstruction, which puts him at 24 points on the point system in the feds. He's done. Like, if Bricc Baby, let me say this, y'all. If Bricc Baby, like, gets out of this, y'all, and don't do a whole bunch of time, he definitely snitching. The severity of the potential penalties involve arguments, defendant's risk of non-appearance. It also says affirming denial of bail based on the risk of non-appearance, where the defendant was facing fraud charges that expose him to a range of just 57 to 71 months of imprisonment. So he looking at anywhere from 57 to 71 months just for the fraud, for filing for that fraudulent FEMA money, as the courts have recognized such a lengthy sentence provides a significant incentive to flee, and given the defendant's criminal history category, he is facing a guideline sentence of nearly 10 years. 10 years, cuz. I mean, it's lightweight. It's lightweight a rap for the boy. So it just goes into other, like, it shows, you know, other people who actually evaded the police, similar situations for that. They bring up about him talking about on the intercepted call, placing his firearms in a bag and dropping them into the courtyard outside of his apartment, which he then attempted to do when law enforcement did arrive. Let me see. Wait, a more evidence. Reasonably defendant audio recording. Then they just talk about more like the audio recordings and stuff like that, where he was captured on audio recordings discussing straps and other crimes for months. When his home was searched, those firearms was recovered. It says the defendant previously captured on surveillance footage where shell cases were later recovered at the defendant's location in the video, showing that the defendant had fired them. Evidence of the defendant's continual possession of firearms is likewise powerful, including the night before his arrest on a podcast video as found in his home during his arrest. It kind of goes into some more history, man. This is kind of long, y'all. Let me see. I'm getting tired of reading this shit. All right, it ain't that much more to go. All right. Where was it at, though? The defendant's history, characteristics, defendant's history. Let me see. Because we kind of heard all of this shit multiple times. I mean, they kind of now, at this point, they're just saying the same thing over and over again. They do go into talking about the property. Now, it says the defendant's proposed property bond is insufficient. While the defendant's support from family shown by his mother's willingness to serve as a surety and put up a property bond on his behalf is admirable, there is no condition or combination of conditions to warrant his release pending trial. Even the proposed secured property bond would not mitigate the defendant's danger to the community in light of the severity of his charged offenses and seriousness and lengthy criminal history. It says affirm the district court's denial of proposed $600,000 secured bail package based on risk the defendants pose to the community. So he's not getting out. I really don't think Bricc is gonna get. Not saying that I don't want Bricc to get bond, but I don't think he's gonna get out on bond. Because it also says Congress find. Oh, that was another. They citing another case. All right. And that's about it, man. They don't want to let Bricc out. I really don't think Bricc is gonna get out. The main thing about this paperwork that everybody is questioning is the part of the paperwork where he tells his baby mama that he's tired of doing what the police told him what to do. Now, I am surprised that Bricc was doing all that crazy stuff with her, whatever. But you know, it is what it is. I'm trying to find that part of this paperwork that I read where Bricc is saying that he's tired of doing what the police ask him to do, which is crazy. At his place of employment, it's spelled, I don't know. It's in here somewhere. We read it. Let's go, but I want to go to No Jumper. Let me see. It's probably on No Jumper clips where they talk about Adam not actually answering the phone for Bricc Baby. Wack is back calling Bricc a snitch again. He go back and forth with that. Let me see. Did you squabble Bricc Luke? Here we go.
What's up? You're not answering Brick's calls? What's the deal, man?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest about that. I don't think he was talking about me because I asked this girl. I'm like, why is he saying that? Is he referring to me? She said no.
Okay.
So there's somebody else that apparently is causing some issues in that regard. I'm not 100% sure. Now that being said, also I'm gonna be honest with you. When people are locked up in my life, I am not the best person friend-wise because Munchie be in the building.
Munchie.
I don't pick up my phone unless I recognize the number that is calling me, right?
Yeah.
So that's an issue. Number one is that I'm on Do Not Disturb a big chunk of the day, especially on the weekends, which I think he was saying something about the weekend. So that's what made me think, oh, he must be referring to me.
All right, let me stop right there, though. Okay, because somebody made a good point in the chat. I believe that with so much stuff being said in here, Adam is doing a lot of lying. First and foremost, I don't believe, I really don't believe that No Jumper is going broke, but we're going to get into that later, too. But I actually believe that Adam did a little bit of dancing around. And I ain't going to say that Adam is entitled to tell us the truth about what happened. But when you read this paperwork, right, and you see they got pictures of Bricc at No Jumper crashing out. They mentioning March 24th, Bricc Baby crashed out of his place of employment, being No Jumper. If they came up there and asked him about Loose Cannon and the whole Nipsey Hussle situation, which I believe is fake. I don't believe that story from Loose Cannon. I ain't saying that Big U didn't have anything to do with it. I ain't saying Big U did have anything to do with it. That ain't what I'm here for. But what I'm saying is I believe that those phone calls that he claimed that he got from Big U before, during, or after, as well as the phone calls he claimed he got from Nipsey, I believe all that was fake. But if they came and asked you about lying Loose Lips Cannon doing that, you can't convince me that they didn't ask about Bricc Baby crashing out on No Jumper. I just find that hard to believe that they didn't. But let's keep going, man.
What's up, Munchie?
Man, my bad.
No, it's all good.
Man, no,
Straight ahead right here.
Right here.
I'm over here being late like Bricc, huh?
Yeah. You read all of our minds, but that's okay.
It wouldn't be right if you were on time, to be honest with you. What's going on, brother?
No, okay, so we were just talking about Bricc had a clip where he basically called out somebody for not answering his phones while he's locked up. So he already knows me. He already knows that there's a very low chance I'm picking up my phone unless I know the number that it's coming from. Now, I will save the jail number. In addition to that, like the couple of times I have talked to him, his girl has basically told me like, yo, he's about to call. Then I pick up, you know, but like I've had the same number for forever. My number has been leaked 1,000,000 times. My number gets doxed on the regular. So I just have a habit. I don't pick up phones.
Who'll be doxing you?
Random ops, you know, internet ops. But so if he was referring to me, I guess I could kind of understand, but he said someone not responding to his texts.
Yeah, so this is what I'm confused about. He said someone from No Jumper.
But this is the thing.
Who else could it be?
Okay, well, there are other people who work here.
Remo, or Adam.
I think Adam is like kind of like put it off on somebody else. But if y'all think about it, you think about it. Out of all the people at No Jumper, Remo, as Munchie just tried to bring up, Lush, Almighty Suspect, Adam. The only person who Bricc Baby is going to be concerned with not responding to his text messages, not responding to his phone calls, is Adam22. And I'm telling you, like, after seeing this paperwork, I believe that a lot of the stuff that we see going on at No Jumper, No Jumper is broke. We invested too much money into this. No, not only is Bricc that made that building hot. See, Adam is playing dumb and not very good. Not only did Bricc got the building hot, not only did Loose Cannon coming up there doing interviews make the building hot, talking about the whole entire Nipsey Hussle situation, but also the beatdown outside of No Jumper with Jay Reed was also discussed in federal paperwork. And I believe that either Jay Reed or the other dude that got beat up with him, the one that they were saying was a pastor, one of them is cooperating with the feds too, because ain't no way in hell that the feds knew how much the amount of jury and money, like $5,000 worth of shit, was taken off of them unless somebody was cooperating and telling that information, right? I know some of y'all gonna say what, but I don't know. But anyway, with that being said, him leaving this building that they're at, it makes sense because at this point, with so much going on in this federal paperwork, and Adam know more about the case than he's alluding to. The feds said a lot more to Adam than what he's saying. Him leaving this building, in his mind, probably not only makes him a lot more comfortable, but also it's going to make people who he may want to interview more comfortable about coming up there. Because right now, think about it. If I'm really got 1 foot in and 1 foot out in the streets, do I really want to go sit down in No Jumper and do an interview right now? Is that really the place where I need to go? I just read y'all a whole bunch of paperwork. We just went over a whole bunch of paperwork on Bricc Baby. And the majority of that paperwork was about things that Bricc Baby said either while he was working at No Jumper or while he was actually on camera at No Jumper.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's so late.
But this is the thing.
It's not talking about Donnie.
His girl, when I texted her to basically say, like, yo, why is he saying this? Is he referring to me? She said he wasn't referring to me, but then she also sent me a message that he had sent to her on Friday.
Somebody in the chat, one of the moderators said maybe Adam's lawyer told him not to speak on certain things. I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt that his lawyer did tell him to not speak on certain stuff. So that's cool, but I think we can actually like put A and B together and come up with C. I mean, it ain't that hard. It ain't that hard to just kind of like, okay, see what's actually going on. All we have to do is be observant and look at the way that they moving right now.
That he had asked her to send to me, but I never got it. She didn't send it. And she acknowledged that. She said, like, hey, my bad. I forgot to send this when he actually told me to say it. So he's thinking that I intentionally ignored this message that he got on Friday. And then there's somebody else here that apparently was not responding to his text or calls or what. I don't know. But the message I got yesterday, I did not get it on Friday. So whatever he was complaining about on Monday was about a text that I didn't respond to that I never got sent. And then she acknowledged to me that she meant to send it Friday, but did not actually send it.
You know that could be a fake complaint, right? You know it might just be like on some for the clicks. He beefing with No Jumper. You know they doing content from where they at. You know what I'm saying?
I would love to think that he was in some way above that.
What you mean? Him and Loose Cannon been running Medea plays.
That's really Loose mainly doing that. To be honest with you.
But Bricc will do it for cleanup crew. Bricc will like end up in a little beef online and then like declare it to be content afterwards. But I don't really think he's actually like cooking up viral fake storylines.
That's not an asinine theory though.
I definitely think they lied about Big U being involved in that incident that took place. Like, y'all gotta think, jails ain't small like that. Like, unless you just like in some like little ass town or something like that, jails be kind of big. And a lot of times when people is on cases together, the only way you're gonna be around each other like that is if they want y'all to be around each other to tell and talk and get some information from y'all. But other than that, normally they have you separated. I know when me and my co-defendant went to jail, which he ended up not getting indicted because everything they found was mine, and I, took out for that. Shout out to my boy Phrase though, but you know what I mean. Like he ended up getting sent home, but we weren't locked up together. Now he did end up becoming a trustee and he was working in the kitchen, and I ended up seeing him before we went to like the court or something. I, you know, kind of like gave him a little like, hey, don't worry about that. I'm gonna take out. You know what I mean? You're gonna be good. Just, you know, wait the time out. You're gonna get a no bill. But other than that, I can't see them being like locked up with Big U. I could see Loose Cannon and Bricc Baby being locked up together because these guys are the two guys that do all the talking, all the content. So let's put these two idiots together and let them, you know, tell on each other. We're gonna monitor their conversations in the dorm or in the cell or wherever they at, and their phone calls, and see if we can get these idiots to say something on the phone. I just read y'all a bunch of stuff that Bricc Baby was saying on the phone throughout the last, let me see, between 2021 all the way up to 2025.
And I'll
No,
tell
for
you,
sure. Yeah.
because-
Especially he's in there with Luce. So they might be brainstorming.
They're hanging
shit,
out
yeah.
all day.
Right.
They could be like, but I don't think Bricc would do that because that's a pretty stupid angle to use.
I
I
didn't
don't really
think Bricc
see.
could be in a cell with him, honestly.
That's crazy. The idea that Big U is anywhere near Loose Cannon is crazy.
And we don't know that to be
I don't think that.
true.
I'm with Munchie. I don't think Big U is around now.
We don't. But didn't they on the phone? Didn't they basically confirm that?
You can't listen to him or Sharice, bro. They crazy.
What the only thing that we know for sure is that he's with Bricc because we heard Brick's voice appear like a like a ghost in a machine just coming through like, hey, what's up? It's Bricc.
If I'm the feds, how are we keeping Big U and Loose Cannon in the same place when Big U has more reason to want to hurt or kill Loose Cannon than anybody ever?
They just popping popcorn and letting the credits roll.
Big U not around here.
No, you're not.
You don't believe it?
Definitely not.
Oh, okay.
No way.
Okay.
No,
I'm assuming he's like in super high powered segregation. Like,
Yeah, because even Bricc, like, why would he be around Bricc? That seems like a risk too. You know, from their perspective.
Absolutely.
But everybody in the Fed, not everybody. It's a lot of high powered people that at the magnitude of Big U. You know what I'm saying?
A lot.
Yeah, nigga, it's got niggas like what you call it coming through there? Big Meeches and all that shit. It's people like.
All right, we cool on that one. Let's go to it's something else. I want to go to academics page real quick. Let's because Bricc Baby had this court date. Let me see. Academics. Here it go. Is that it? Oh, no. Here it go. This is a phone call between academics and Loose Cannon and Bricc Baby or whatever, where Bricc Baby talk about him going to court today. Let's check it out.
Act Baby. Yo. Yeah. What's up with y'all, man? How y'all doing? How you doing? You already know. Ain't nothing to it. I'm just right here cooling. Let me fix this wire. Right here cooling. It ain't nothing to a soldier, though. I heard that you've been keeping my name in great lights. I appreciate that, big bro. Yeah, man. I want to see y'all get out of this situation, man. We was having a good time on making content, man. I want to get back to making content. I don't want no legal shit going on, bro. Yeah, man. You already know. Just in the middle of gang of he say, she say, we had it right back, though. We had it right back. Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. I don't want to jinx it, but we might peekaboo tomorrow. It might be the pop out because I got like 1.1 in equity in the house, so.
You ain't got 1.1 in shit, Bricc Baby. Yo mama, we just read the paperwork. Yo mama got 1.1 in equity. Yo mama the one with the bag, the real bag. Like, I ain't saying Bricc was broke, but Bricc ain't got the bag like his mom got the bag. Like, your mom got the bag. She got the equity.
As soon as we go right there, I go for my bail tomorrow. They should be letting the nigga walk. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'm hoping y'all both get out, man. You know, you can fight whatever better from outside them walls than inside them shits, you know? Come on, man. And then I'm coming to see you as soon as I touch down. Don't worry about it.
If I was academics, I'd be like, nah, nigga, don't come see me when you touch down. Like, I want to see you out, bruh, but don't come see me. We can do like a Zoom call or live stream or something where you in one place, I'm in another. But as far as us being in the same room together talking confidentially, man, hey, bruh, I don't want to have that conversation with you because next thing you know, now I'm all in the paperwork again.
Come on, man. Again,
They already know.
I want to see y'all doing good, man. Like, let me tell you this, man. Again, obviously, like, we put our differences behind us, but, man, I like everybody up in
This call is from a federal prison.
I like everybody up in the space, and I just want everybody to be doing good, man. I want, you know what I mean? When I see this shit, I'm like, yo, man, I need y'all boys to come out of this clean.
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah. That's what I'm like. It's cool though. You know they gotta make it look bad, but like I said, I got all type of lawsuits and all that coming because they make me look like the big bad wolf. I ain't even on that case.
Somebody said all this acting from Loose Cannon is part of his defense, saying that he was making this stuff up. When they bring up to No Jumper, he's going to say he's lying, making up content. He might try.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, that's confusing, but you don't.
We gonna chop it.
That's
we gonna chop
confusing
it.
shit.
Everybody rub their palms together, keep their fingers crossed, man. We'll be back, sweetie. We'll be back tomorrow.
Bricc definitely ain't getting out. If Bricc, I ain't gonna say he ain't getting out today, but if Bricc Baby get out after we read all that we read, man, he got a cold ass lawyer or something. I wouldn't put it past him though. All them cases he got probation for in 365 days, like multiple times back to back to back to back, is wild. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
But nah, we you know, what you about to say?
Ain't no way y'all in the same cell though. That don't work.
My mama. We in the same man. We nigga, as soon as he came in, clearing shit out. Come here. He coming right here, nigga.
Damn.
Hey, listen, that shit, we that shit on the streets. That's that shit on the streets. We right here, nigga. That's all we got.
Yeah. Damn. I ain't gonna lie. I thought that was like a setup or some shit. I'm like, yo, hold on now. They did that.
I'm with Act. It definitely seemed like a setup. Even if Bricc requested Loose Cannon to come be in the same cell or the same area as him, it still seemed like a setup, man. And like they've been saying, I've been one of the people who haven't just come out and say that Bricc is working for the police. That comment that he made in that paperwork where he said he's tired of doing what the police tell him what to do is crazy to me. I'm not gonna say that that's him omitting or admitting that he was telling or working or cooperating, but I would like to, like, what's the context behind that though?
We gonna talk when we get right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gonna talk right there.
Yo, but y'all been good though. How's the day to day in there though?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, we running. It's actually straight. Like, you know what I mean? We can play basketball all day. They letting us get fresh air and all that shit. So it ain't really, too much of a headache. They ain't just locking us in 23-1 and all that. We got time to run around and stuff. So it's a little bit cool.
But at least y'all got a court day tomorrow?
Yeah, we go tomorrow. We both go in the morning, so you'll see what come out of it.
Shit, I'm hoping both.
I'm on the 78 to 80 percentile.
Okay. Hey, you been? Yeah, I know you big on the family, so you didn't holler at the kids. Everything good?
Yeah, everything together. My daughter, the oldest one, she was taking it hard at first, but now she old enough to where I could talk to her, so she cool with what's going on.
Yeah.
That's the shit that's hurting a nigga the most, them kids, but everything else, it's all gravy. It'll come from up under it.
Yeah.
Hey, Cuz talk good about them kids and stuff, and like I've always heard Bricc talk about his daughter being with him and shit, but after reading that paperwork, I don't know about Bricc on this dad shit. Like, I mean, like he wanna take out one baby mama, and then the other baby mama though, he talking about actually he done pulled out a strap on her with the little baby, like the little baby in her arms, man. Like that's some coward shit right there, cuz like I don't know, about nothing how he get down with men in the streets or not, but it wouldn't even matter if he got down with men in the streets or not. You ain't never supposed to do that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, on everything I love. That shit wild.
This whole situation, man. Again, that's why I need y'all to get up from under this, that we could really talk, because it's just so much.
Yeah. That's what I said. When I touch, I'm on my way to you.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, it'll be all good. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be all good tomorrow. I just ain't trying to overhype it. Hold on, here go Loose.
He ain't see the paperwork. Let's listen to what Loose Lips got to say.
We only get 10 minutes at a time. Hold on. Hey, what up?
Loose. Where you getting on, my man? We need you out here.
Probably like tomorrow. Probably a good 80-90% chance.
Oh, that's good. How you been surviving in there?
Man, he's surviving, but it's like BS. You get what I'm saying? Especially the stuff they got.
Yeah. Shit. So, yep. Yeah, I'm hoping y'all get out tomorrow, man. Shit is way better on this side where you can fight that shit. They try to kill y'all spirit. That's one thing I realized. They ain't kill your spirit yet, man. Because sometimes I think niggas get locked down and be like, yo, this shit over,
I know, but that's what, a lot of people be in here doing. I just be in here just, still creating my content, still trying to have a little opportunity of free will by doing it. You get what I'm saying? So that's my outlet when it comes down to it.
Man, the crazy part about it is I ain't never seen nobody catch no case like these dudes done caught and still be online doing videos and content, calling home. Like we ain't heard from Diddy. We heard from Dirk one time. It wasn't even like Dirk was really trying to do content. I think he just gave a shout out to his fans and, told everybody to keep, he was in good spirits and whatever. And I really don't even know if Dirk actually even told them to even put that out there like that. But however it go, that was the one time. These idiots is calling home every day on the internet.
Yeah.
And still making Bricc my store runner.
Yo, I'm shocked they got you on the same cell. That seems crazy.
Yeah, but the thing is, we all fighting the same thing. So it's like, it's I knew to what me and Bricc got, but Big Useless, Cuz got a lot of goofy shit. So it really don't have nothing to do with us too. So it's just like we all wrapped up in like some gumbo shit.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing I'm going to say is just I just got this, ill feeling like, man, they really don't got nothing on you, but, they hoping that during this time you going to say something on the phone or some shit. They going to try to, they searching for something, you know what I mean? So that's why.
I'm pretty sure Loose Cannon said something on these wiretaps, on these phone calls that he making to Sharice or whoever the hell else he been calling. He didn't say, or they didn't say something in the cell. Even Bricc Baby, we didn't learn that Bricc Baby don't know how to, operate on that jack either. He just saying anything is damn self.
I want you to be careful, man. You know what I mean? Yo, you gave me good energy when we met in person, bro. You've always been solid with me. You know what I mean? I rock with you. I think you hilarious. I think you good at this content shit. You know what I mean? I want you to get up from under this shit, bro.
No, definitely.
Store runner,
I appreciate you. I fuck with you. You like the biggest on here. You get what I'm saying? So it's like when you get pointers and everything like that, I take them and I run with them. You get what I'm saying? Try to master it.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, I'm wishing the best for this situation. I want you to get out of it. Listen, man, I need you to be on YouTube being like, Sweetie! You know what I mean?
Yeah, Sweetie.
That's a lot.
Everybody in here doing that.
All right. Let's go to another video. We're going to react to another video on Loose Cannon. Rolling 60 OG, Bricc Baby, a snitch after new paperwork. Let's see what Flacco talking about. I hate to react to Flacco video though, man, because Flacco, I got a feeling Flacco might hit us with the hit us with that thing. Bomb first, though. Let's go to this bomb first thing. They might hit us too, but we just out here today. We don't even care. Let me see. Here it go. It says loose. No, this is a dope video.
You want to meet me in the hood?
It's called loose cannon video clips that got him indicted with Big U. Let's check this out.
We'll block. The fronts are brown.
Let's have some by purchase some merchandise for.
I'm like, what you want to do? You want to meet me in the hood? We'll block. The fronts are brown hairs. We pull up to BG. I run 2 fades. Then he was like, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that. Molly Maul ended up getting wind of it. He starts.
Molly Maul's name is important in this case because when y'all look at the original paperwork for the Big U Enterprise indictment, they talk about a Grammy-nominated producer. This is who they talking about. This was Molly Maul. This Molly Maul studio is where they actually went to recover DVRs and stuff like that from. Wack talk about it on the Wack and Adam show clip too.
Seeing like loose cannon is still with Big U and I'm paying him. What's going on? And then the fact brings out it's like Big U wasn't doing nothing to me, sweetie. So Molly Maul, this is a learning lesson to you. Like, you cannot go against the muscle. You get what I'm saying? I heard Wack on the interview talking about what I did to Meek Mills.
Wait, you did something to Meek Mill?
Oh, Lord.
It said y'all was trying to kidnap him. No, that's cap, though. No, I'm going to be honest with you. This is why, Meek, if you here, you better squash your beef with me, man, because I really am sticking up for you. You did not have no... Meek is he from Philly. You would tell you, Philly niggas get kidnapped.
Well, no, he was in L.A. when it happened.
Yeah, but it don't matter. He's still... Where you from?
What? What is that going to do?
I'm going to keep it real with y'all on this, too. Like, it's crazy, like, how podcasters, streamers, YouTubers, they go from, like, chasing the content. Oh, we got to get Loose Cannon up here. Let him talk about, you know, when they robbed Meek Mill. Or, oh, we got to get Loose Cannon over here so he can tell the story about the Big U situation. Or let's get Bricc on here, and then we're going to call Wack 100 and let him Wack 100 and Loose Cannon go back and forth with each other. And Bricc is going to mention something about having bodies. And then once they go to jail, these dudes want to sit around and act like they didn't do nothing or they didn't help perpetuate the situation that these guys ended up finding themselves in. Like, it's all good. It's all content. All I'm saying is that don't try to act innocent or like you didn't play a hand in allowing them people to say certain things on your platform that's going to be used against them in a court of law. Because at one point in time, when people did interviews and stuff like that, they would clip out certain things that they felt like, you know what, I don't think you want this out there, man. I'm going to cut that part of the interview out just to protect you. You feel what I'm saying? And not only does it protect you, it's going to protect me. That way my name or my content isn't being used in the court of law. So that way other people aren't afraid to come up here or uncomfortable coming up here and having these conversations with me. Like the things that, you know, certain content creators is doing. And I ain't just saying Adam. I ain't just saying academics, but it's a lot of people who do these interviews or these podcasts and they have these guys sit down and they tell their stories and some of the stuff is incriminating. And when these guys go to jail and their content or their videos is used in a court of law, they want to try to act like, well, I didn't tell them to say that. Yeah, but sometimes you got a responsibility to do the editing and go ahead and edit that shit out if you feel like it's going to cause an issue for that person. That's just my personal opinion, y'all.
It's just like he
from the trenches.
Or what? Not in
Philadelphia.
Yeah, that shit don't work. Meek Mills was talking real reckless on Twitter and stuff like that. So
talking reckless.
Doing
it now.
Yeah, so we caught him at the club where he was performing at, and then we grabbed cuz we called.
But he has security. Come on, you can't just grab like he not dolo. You just grabbed him.
Security is LA niggas.
Yo, I noticed
we
that.
from rolling 60s. So nigga, if you gonna protect somebody or whatever, you gonna pick that issue. You just getting paid $500 a day just to make sure he good. But nigga, you gonna lose your life. Is that $500 that important? It's not important. It's not that important.
And you know what I realized about LA? So Meek is in the club, like he's up there, like, yo, hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished, and y'all just tapped him on the shoulder. I just want to know. This shit crazy.
Cuz didn't even get to that part. He walked in.
He can't even get to the intro. No. God damn it.
He walked in.
What the hell do Sharice got on this damn podcast, man? Like, this whole situation right here is looking crazy as hell. So, I don't know. Let's keep going.
As soon as he walked in or whatever, all the security that was with him, they spent around. I grabbed Cuz. Like, bro, what's up? Get on the phone with Ross.
Honey, all right. That's enough now. We're not going to tell all the details.
No, we got to hear this one.
I said, get on the phone with Ross.
This one will go high.
Now, he should have been listening to Sharice because this ended up in the goddamn paperwork as well. But at the end of the day, I believe that she's actually helping dig him a deeper hole by allowing him to call home and say some of the stuff that he's saying on video and then posting it online.
What?
Get on the phone with Ross, neighborhood Crip. So he got on the phone with Ross. I took on the phone with Ross.
Wait. So he didn't start like squaring up, trying to swing or nothing like that?
And what?
You grabbed him by the shoulder, like you put your hands on a grown man. He from the trenches.
Like this.
They from the trenches.
Yeah, I know. A nigga from the trenches, but no, it don't work like that.
So he called Rick Ross.
Yeah.
And right there in the club.
Yeah. And then Ross.
Imagine if his cell reception was bad. Yeah. Fuck.
You stupid.
Listen, the crazy part about it is because we needed that bag because
he owed y'all money.
No, he didn't owe no money. We took the money.
Oh, this was extortion. Oh shit.
It's not extortion.
Ken, all right.
See, yeah, we don't want to.
See, I'm gonna have to probably bail him out after this interview.
We don't want to.
You definitely gonna have to bail him out. He definitely need bail right now. She predicted that like a motherfucker. He definitely needs some bail right now. What Cannon should have been doing was up there talking about something else. But see, I believe that I think Wack just said that he the one that took Loose Cannon up here and did this though, man. Ain't it crazy like how Wack surrounded himself around 6'0s like on the content game to go at Big U? Ain't it crazy though? Have y'all thought about that?
No. We would just say Meek no snitch on him. It's fine. Meek ain't gonna tell.
Look, we don't want to get the extortion part. It was just a business transaction.
How much y'all charge him?
50. That's it.
50,000? Yeah. Now we squabbling in there. What?
And see, like when Diddy fucked Carl Winslow, we was at the party. And we just chilling and shit like that. And me,
he messed up my childhood when he told me that.
Everybody know me, right? Right. I'm a goofy nigga. I'm funny and stuff like that. So I hear a nigga just wearing out some shit. I'm like, huh? Like hearing that, I'm like, on 6-0, who's wearing this bitch out? Right. Nigga, I kick in the door. Poof. Kick in the door. Nigga, I seen Carl Winslow put his head
that's the father. Ain't that the father from Family Matters?
Yeah.
No way.
The dad. The dad.
Oh, the dad.
The dad.
The dad.
I swear to God, dad homie, neighborhood crib. So when I seen that,
Man.
and then
So who was piping Carl? Diddy?
yeah, Diddy was. So when I see
Man, this dude was just running around all over the internet just lying.
when I seen that, cuz right, Diddy came back and he was telling me, he was like, it's nothing more enjoyable than having a man do something for some money. I'm like, cuz that shit crazy.
Oh, nah, that's
Johnny O'Neal told me
But
the same thing.
but for
Shiny
real.
told
Cannon.
When she brought me my watch,
you was fucking Shiny.
Oh my God.
Johnny O'Neal.
Oh my God.
You know the crazy part, right?
Hold on.
Y'all notice as time went on, Sharice stopped showing up to these interviews with him though. She fell back.
Look,
Hold on,
No, look.
No, wait.
Look, so look.
That's a wild card,
Listen,
bro.
Jesus.
She brought me
what
that
do you-
AP, right?
Wait, who brought you an AP?
Shawnee, right?
No,
what?
Shaq's bank account.
Look, Shaq got mad at me because I'm fucking or whatever like that. But that's that's
What the fuck am I here?
so
right now?
when I proposed to her, right?
Wait,
Shaq
You
go off on
proposed?
her.
He proposed to
Shaquille
me.
O'Neal?
Yeah.
wait, stop. You proposed to Shiny.
No,
hell no.
me.
To her.
When he proposed to me, Shaq DM'd me and said,
And
I wish
blocked
you the
him.
best
What the
of
fuck
luck.
you got to do with Shaq?
Because he was my friend.
Prior to him and
to
Shiny.
prior to us.
Man, she was in on all the lies. Yeah, she a clout. Look, they said she a clout chaser too. You right. Cause she had a baby, silly. Nah. She already had the baby that's not why she stopped showing up to these interviews. Cause like I get what you're saying, but I believe that she stopped showing up to the interviews because it was getting a little more serious. Now, one thing I can say about Wack though, Wack would be somebody that would advise like, hey, go ahead and fall back, stop letting your girl come out with you.
So
when
Shaq
I
know who you
posted
are.
Yeah.
because he his wife or ex-wife.
No, but she was spending money on me, right? So she got me a Richard Millie.
You got Richard Millie. You capping? Come on.
No, he's not.
Dead homie.
Come on.
He's
come
not.
What happened to it?
I got.
It's not today.
No, he gets shot too many times. He don't wear jewelry no more.
And to get set up and get robbed, or you checking in to get killed. If you got that, just the rules of the streets in LA. It's like people think Beverly Hills is so far away, but the hood is only like 10, 15 minutes away.
Seen it happen to Pop Smoke. Then I seen PNB Rocky.
The crazy part about it is I was at Roscoe's when it happened.
You know, dude was like, he wanted that chain. He said no. And boop, boop.
Look, she was all over. This shit is wild, man. Like, she was all over the interviews with him, helping him push all these lies that's in this paperwork, right? I want to know this. Do y'all think that the Fed has she talked to the Feds? Had the Feds came and spoke to her? Because I don't even think they was together the morning that the Feds came and got him. I ain't for sure. She might have she was. I remember she was there because she was running that camera on that video of him getting arrested.
No.
But then again, y'all gotta think about this too. She also helped run that play where he acted like his house got surrounded and the police ran up in there too.
Questions asked and just took it and bounced.
But he stood on his business, but then it ultimately costed his life. And then people don't have to understand the kid was only 17 years old. Do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just different.
And I seen that, that was his father that put him up to that. That's like...
No, it's not. See...
explain. I was about to say, is that a common thing out there?
That's a common thing. It's like your big homie be your daddy.
Cause he'll be like he'll manipulate things. Like we'll go and do something, and the same niggas we do it to show up to the house like 10 minutes later when we trying to counting everything, right? And we be like, how the fuck they get the? Oh well, we're gonna just give them like $40,000 back and stuff like that. But cause it's actually putting us in paperwork, right? And like doing like real police shit. I seen the nigga get like 20 guns, and when he got 20 guns, he's selling them to the homies. But I'm like, why are you writing down the serial numbers? So it's like he was doing like shit like that. And
now I wonder if that part, cause Luce be like, I'm gonna say this. Some of the stuff Luce be saying be the truth. Some of it be a lie. Then some of it be like a lie mixed in with the truth. I just for informational purposes only, I wonder if that part of these stories that he's telling is true. Was Big U really writing down the serial numbers, the straps, as he was passing them out to people?
And I didn't catch on, so it was like I'm waking up now. You get what I'm saying? Because
this
I'm
is
his,
high-tech shit.
I'm his right-hand man. You get what I'm saying? So when it came down to like dirt and stuff like that, I'm going to get it. You get what I'm saying? And then like one day...
you know why he wanted to get a dude back to 40, right? Because he was going to make dude give him 20 for getting it back.
Of course.
And kept you out of it.
Of course. He did that. I did that to Meek Mills and Rick Ross.
What'd you do to them?
So,
the club, when you sweated them in the club?
Yeah.
Dude, and Meek and Rick have no idea that Draw sent you at him.
Yeah. No, yeah, they sent that because I called Ross. I'm like, Ross,
boy, this shit getting crazy.
Drop off the 50,000 and we're going to let Meek live.
The fact that Wack said he knew that this man was lying, though, but, I mean, he letting it go is, like, diabolical, cuz. Like, he just sitting there like, fuck it, keep going. Like, you hate Big U that much. Like, go ahead and go in on him.
On crib. So Ross dropped off the 50,000.
I can't sit up and
so
listen
me
to
and the
it like
homies we go back. He stopped me.
I can't function with a liar like that, this big of a liar. You know what I mean? like he lying way too much.
Answering the phone. He stopped picking up and shit like that. And we were like, what you doing? Like 2 days later he called me. He was like, oh nephew, where you at? And I'm like, nigga, where my money at? And he was like, oh, I needed it for bills. I I'm like, what? Like, cause that's some weird shit. And then he stopped answering the phone because I'm trying to pull up on him. Like, bro, you got to come and see me. And I'm on a phone. He FaceTime me. So he FaceTime me and stuff like that. He was like, Nipsey just got killed. I'm like, sick, so I didn't hear that. So I hang up with him. I called Nipsey, and I'm like, Nipsey, what's up? He was like, oh, what's up with it?
Nipsey answered.
Nipsey answered. He answered the phone, and I was like, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that.
Did you tell him the call you just got? Or you didn't even mention it?
I didn't mention it. And that's what fucked me up because my cousin is Nipsey baby mama. You get what I'm saying? So it was like I could have probably stopped it, or it had it.
Stop what? Fuck you mean? That fuck you talking about?
No, because listen. So after I talked to Nipsey and I was like, yeah, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that. I'll see you later or whatever. So I hung up the phone. I thought Big U gave wrong information. 30 minutes later, the homies blowing me up like they just killed Nipsey. And so I'm like,
wait. You get a call from Big U telling you Nipsey just got killed.
Yeah.
You panic, called Nip. Nip answered the phone.
Yeah. And
you like
just talking on
this shit right here. Out of all the lies he told, I feel like this one was like one of the worst ones, man.
regular. So it's like at the end of the day, I didn't even think about it because
you don't even warn him that you got that call from dude.
No, because their relationship was so fucked up. It'd be like they be hot one minute, then they be cold the next minute, and then they be lukewarm. Like you
and
just
30 minutes after you get off the phone with Nip, he get killed.
Yeah, I got it.
So you think he hit you a little too early?
Yep, he hit me a little bit too early because the homie Shitty double back 3 times. You get what I'm saying? And first he shot him, boom, go into the alley, came back and shot him, boom.
Yeah, I think this is a little too much. I think this was a little too much for him to go in. Like, I mean, it definitely was disrespectful to the whole Nip situation, but yeah, it was too much.
It wasn't good enough, and then he came back and he shot him again. But now it's like
how did he know?
Yeah, no, but
that's crazy.
It's deep. So it's like I don't know who to trust.
All right, that was a cool video. Shout out to Bomb First for that, man. We're gonna keep it moving. Y'all already know what it is, man. Make sure I smack that like button, man. I want to go back to No Jumper clips. It was another clip that I wanted to play real quick. I gotta find
what's up
first. Click on this. All right, let me see. Marked out. Loose cannon call from jail. More loose cannon calling home from jail, talking about the fight with Big U. I don't think we need to hear that. Now, Whack 100 was just on video saying that Bricc Baby wasn't an informant. Now with the new paperwork coming out, he's saying that he is an informant. You never know what to believe or how to even take Whack. That was 2 days ago. Where is it at? It was one with the one boy. Somebody else who they claim is a rat. I don't know if he is or not. Snoopy Badass. I really don't know. Let me see. Okay, he reacting to the Big U.
All this Rico. That she was just throwing stuff out there to try to hurt. And that's another reason why I believe that the Munchie shit is a lie. It's him trying to antagonize me. Like he really feeling some type of way about Denver. So what he doing is, okay, so to make everybody not pay attention to the Denver shit, I'm gonna say his baby mama sucked my dick. So now when he come at me, everybody. But I'm saying, right. And that's the same thing that's the same play that Crip Mac.
Nah, we cool on that. I just thought about something. Now this gonna be a little older, y'all. These videos I'm about to play is a little older, but I actually want to go through these, man. With SKG, I don't know if y'all watched any of these clips yet or not, but I think I'm gonna start at. Let me see. Like some of the shit she was saying about Big U, man, is crazy, dog. I'm gonna start with this one.
Did you keep trying to figure out a new situation or do your thing after that?
I ain't gonna do a lot of talking when she actually. I ain't gonna do a lot of stopping. We're gonna run through these because it's a couple of them, man. I think y'all need to hear this though.
Yeah. What I did after that is I started doing events. Well, no, before the events, I traveled and did a documentary called What's Really Hood. So I went to different states and I went to people's hood and I would question them and ask them things like, how was it growing up in their neighborhood? Mm-hmm. And I was working with Jim Jones, Slim Thug, Pharrell. So many people even really know how I did it. I just know that I had a dream and I made it happen and I did it.
Right. For me and a lot of people.
I walked in the meeting with like 8 white men in business suits. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, y'all, this is what I want to do. And they were just looking like, who is this girl? But I was so authentic. Big U and Nipsey. Mm-hmm. So y'all reach out 2 cars. I set myself up. Mm-hmm. Now I'm about to bring in Big U and Nipsey. Mm-hmm. So you have to understand the play. I got the job. I'm already set up, right? Making money. Now I'm like, oh, well, I have a little homeboy and he's starting to rap and he's doing music. I want to plug him over here because I'm at the radio station. Oh, Big U is over here. Let me bring him over here because I'm at the radio station. Mm. I'm already in position, right? It was never it wasn't valuable for me to work with him to where I benefited because I was already SKG. Mm. He wasn't Big U in the industry and Nipsey wasn't Nipsey in the industry yet. Mm-hmm. So my stance was to always bring them over so I can help.
Right. Definitely. But was he do you have any interest in like managing you as an artist, or was there any conversations like that, or was that part already were you over that at that point?
At that point, I wasn't really looking for a manager because now I'm going behind the scenes.
Right.
So now I'm transitioning. So now I'm learning the business. I'm learning the ropes of the industry. I'm learning how radio works. I'm learning what mix shows is. I'm learning what ad campaigns is. I'm learning what advertising is. So I'm learning so much. And Roy Laughlin is really who taught me my corporate game. So I'm right under this millionaire. Me and him is like this. He never had a black friend. I'm this young black girl, authentically myself. Not trying to kiss nobody else. I'm walking in a room as myself and I'm building bonds with people. Now it's like, let me bring them over and let's see how we can collectively win. That was the idea.
Right. Definitely. So, okay. At that time, if I had asked you what you thought of Big U, you would have said, he seems like a good guy, solid guy.
Yeah, I would have, like, he's the hero. Like, we love Big U. That's Unc. Like, come on.
Right.
Come on over. I introduced Roy Laughlin into Nipsey, right? I bring them to everybody in the radio station. You have to understand, I'm in a corporate job, even though it's radio. And they're looking at Nipsey, and I hate to say it like that, as if he's like ill.
Well, especially the radio, if you're an artist, they have no use for you.
All right, come on, let's
it was so important where
get to the good part.
They didn't fit in the corporate setting, if that makes sense, right? I forced them in that setting. I'm like, no, you guys are going to listen to his music. We're going to play his music. I don't care. You think, okay, he's going to be somebody. It's people back then that will tell you, yes, I went hard for Nipsey, even when I had the millionaires telling me, we can't. It's a liability. We don't want them around us. No, listen, he's going to be somebody. And I had them play Nipsey music.
Right.
And I start working his stuff. And we were all in the car together because I believed in the team. Like, we were all a team.
Definitely. So when you start having issues with Big U, though?
So I want to show you something. Sure. Because I think if I show you, it'll make sense because I did this specifically for you.
Thank you.
Okay. So if you look, that's Roy Laughlin, right? Okay. And then you have politician Bernard Parks. He used to be the chief of police.
Okay.
Down is Michael Durbin, the railroad billionaire. He was the investor over at K-Day.
Okay.
If you look over Herb Wesson, he's like a councilman, right? So this is where the problems come in at. I'm at K-Day and I'm putting plays together on the board, right?
Okay.
I bring Big U and Nipsey in. Nipsey on the artist side, Big U as a partner with me. Like, okay, he's starting developing options. I want to help him with it. So I'm talking to Roy Laughlin. Okay. So we come up with this thing called the Dream House. And so the Dream House is where kids will write their dreams on a piece of paper and they'll put it on the walls of the house. And it's called the Dream House. And that's like a nonprofit to help the community. When I walk in these rooms,
Adam about like me, get to the damn point.
It's people like Roy Laughlin who don't have Black friends. He doesn't understand our struggles. But when he bond with someone like me and I'm explaining what I go through or what the community go through, now he wants to help. So we're at the radio station where you have accounts like Vons and Albertsons and different companies, and they're looking to spend advertising dollars, right? So we came up with to the community so that we can put money into development. And so when that came to play, he just wanted to bogart everything because now he's already in the streets doing his thing. He's extorting people. He's punking people. I'm at the radio station, corporate and legal, doing my thing. And he wants to bring what he's doing in the streets over to me. And I'm like, you can't. This is my job. This is my job.
Right.
So I'm not going to let you mess up what I have going on.
Right.
And we had a fallout, and within that fallout, it was just like, okay, bet, we don't have to do business. He agreed, I agreed. So now I'm like, well, I have to find somewhere to move the funds for the Dream House. I had a friend named Jeff, and he about moving it over to Jeff. So now we have a meeting coming up. When I walk in the meeting, Big U is not supposed to be in the meeting. This is my deal with my team of people that I actually brought him into. But remember, we had the falling out, so you're not supposed to be nowhere near me, the meeting. We're not doing business anymore. When I walk in a meeting with these men, guess who's sitting in a meeting?
Big U's just posted up.
Yep.
Making his influence known.
When I already put a whole different play together now. So it's a totally different play. You shouldn't even be in a meeting.
Right.
So when I come in a meeting and I see him in a meeting, mind you, these are my colleagues and my bosses, right? He know he's not supposed to be in this meeting. I let them know he's not supposed to be in a meeting because we're not moving forward with his company, his organization. He jumps up in a meeting and he just started cussing and going off. And he's like, let me tell you about her motherfucker. So in the meeting.
All right, this ain't one of the ones. In one of these clips, she talk about Big U getting her ass whooped, and I think Nipsey Hussle had set her up. Big U terrorized the rain. Nipsey Hussle setting her up. There you go.
Whack was like introducing and explaining.
Oh damn, that's the whole thing. Hold on, we ain't about to watch the whole thing. It says Big U involved in Nipsey's murder. He felt untouchable. All right, she said he put a hit out on her.
Prior to
a few people called and told me, but one person that called me was Monique Slaughter. And we quit being friends because she was going around telling people that Big U had put a hit out on me.
Oh, wow.
And that was like, wow, like you put a hit out on me because what? I took up for myself because I'm not going to let you punk me. Okay, that's fine. I'll handle that accordingly. You know, so it's stuff like that, but I'm not scared of that man, Adam.
How different do you start moving once you realize there might be a hit on you?
I'm moving the same because I'm not walking in fear. I can't. I did that for years dealing with this man. He bleed just like the rest of us. His team bleed just like the rest of us. I'm not letting nobody never again put fear in my heart.
Wow. I mean, you're an incredibly strong person. I just got to take a moment to say that because, I mean, a lot of people would curl up into a ball and try to disappear from public life as a result of this kind of stuff.
No, I'm not. I'm not disappearing. I'm not running away. I'm not doing anything. If a person comes to me and try to harm me, we gonna move accordingly. I'm gonna deal with it.
Definitely. Did you ever have any further dealings with Nipsey after that one incident?
I was mad at Nip for years after that. We got into it on Twitter. I'm sure, like I said, the Twitter detectives can pull it up. After him and Big U got into it, I went on Twitter and cussed Nipsey out and told him that's what he get. Now we see how it feels.
Right. I mean, he ended up kind of getting a taste of that medicine later on, right?
Later on.
I'm sure he probably regretted his involvement in that or hated that he ended up involved in it at least.
But this is the thing. Nipsey never changed his story. I can honestly say that. His story was he didn't know that was going to happen to me.
Oh.
His story was he didn't set me up. Nipsey and my brother were friends, and my brother and Nipsey hung together after that. And my brother's stance was, sis, Nip didn't know he was going to do that. My stance was he did. And that's how I felt in that moment at that time. I respected what my brother felt. He respected what I felt. Nip never changed his story. And I was mad at Nip for some years. And then I finally pulled up on him and we made up. And when he hugged me, he said it again. He said, I swear I did not set you up. So he never changed that. But at that moment, I felt like that. And I don't think nobody can blame me in that situation.
No, 100%. What were the first things that went through your mind when he passed? Because I feel like now the situation seems so much more complicated and in some ways more clear.
All right. I had to take a brief intermission real quick. Let me see. All right, let's get back into it. Let's get into some Bricc Baby. I had to go check on my damn dog. Let's see what the YouTube streets are saying about this shit real quick. Who live? Well, they definitely calling Bricc an informant. Where did that Flacco? What's this right here? She wants you to reach out to her for her content for now, so we ain't even going there. Let me see. Trenches. Let's go see what Trenches News talking about. Where is that at? Let's react to Compton Rick right real quick.
Watching Compton Rick Rock TV. Let's get to the content.
If y'all ain't subscribed already, make sure y'all go subscribe to Compton Rick Rock, man. Dope content.
Yo, what up? It's Compton Rick Rock with Compton Rick Rock TV, and we.
Oh, okay, he might be reacting to the paperwork though. I don't know if is he reading it or
June 2023.
Yeah, nah, I wanted to get this damn, everybody just reading the paperwork though, man. All right, hold on. Let's go back. We're gonna find something real quick. Hold on, man. I just want to get an idea of what everybody else is saying about this. Young Hefe called 600 on 8 Trade Gangsters, bang my line. Let's see. Now everybody just kind of saying doing the same thing that I didn't already did for real. Nina Boy react to the wiretaps. I'm looking for that Poetic Flacco joint that he did. Let me see. Let's go with this one.
This new Bricc Baby paperwork proves that Bricc Baby is in a whole lot more trouble than I originally thought. See, Bricc Baby has court tomorrow where he's pushing for the judge to grant him bond. But the state is against Bricc Baby getting bond, and they've released their official response to Bricc Baby's bond package. Now, in this document that they released, it is explosive. The state apparently makes it clear, bruh, that they're not done investigating Bricc Baby. The only reason Bricc Baby is currently in custody is because they feel like Bricc Baby is a flight risk. So they want him in jail as they investigate more crimes. Before we get into this, I just want to say that these are accusations. Bricc Baby is innocent until proven guilty. So what I'm about to cover in this document shouldn't be an indictment on Bricc Baby's character until Bricc Baby go through the court process. But these accusations are horrible. The feds will start off by
I want to see how Flacco spin this Bricc Baby situation. Let's get it.
Saying they don't believe that Bricc Baby deserves bond because Bricc Baby is committed to a life of crime. And they will say, even during this entire investigation over the last 2 years, Bricc Baby has shown an inability to live a life without crime even after his initial arrest. So get this, the initial incident that caused the feds to raid Bricc Baby's house in 2023, where they located an AK-47 and ammunition, apparently the initial incident that put Bricc Baby on their radar was when they got Bricc Baby on camera in July of 2022, letting off 3 shots in a public business parking lot. But get this, he's letting off 3 shots to ward off people who was trying to rob him. I get a felon being in possession of a firearm is bad and everything, man, but if this man warded off armed robbers, people coming to rob him with guns, he can't use a gun to protect himself. Now, I understand felon being in possession of a firearm, but at that point, it's life or death, man. So for them to use this incident to raid his home, to me, is some nasty work. The feds is using 3 bases to deny.
Well, I don't think they used that one incident to raid his house. The main incident that they was talking about they used to raid his house was when he actually pulled the strap on his baby mama while she was holding the baby in her arms. But let's keep going.
Bricc Baby bond. 1, criminal history. 2, his conduct at No Jumper and what was captured on camera and what was captured in the wiretaps where Bricc Baby is admitting to certain things that took place inside of his home. Now, for No Jumper, the feds will say that after law enforcement seized weapons and arrested Bricc Baby, he continued undeterred. In March of 2024, Bricc Baby erupted at his place of employment, threatening individuals in the room and online with death, fighting security, and later admitting to possessing a firearm during the incident. The moment that they're referring to is Bricc Baby's infamous Put Kill Squad in the Street video on his podcast. At the moment, Bricc Baby was going through a lot of inner politics within his gang. People felt like he let DW Flame say a derogatory word, referring to their particular gang. So people from his gang was pulling up to No Jumper, trying to check him for it. People online was trying to press him for it. DW Flame was still there. They had inner conflict because Bricc Baby was on phones, dissing DW Flame. So the stress got to Bricc Baby and he snapped. And when he got on No Jumper, he said this.
If you nigga underlying conditions, nigga, the hood, nigga, on West Side Road to say that, nigga. On the dead homies, because y'all know what it is, nigga.
Who was he talking about, though? Or who was he talking to when he was saying this, though? And he was coked up or something. That boy was on one that day.
And a nigga, hey, boy, big only reason I ain't come outside kill one of you niggas, because I was in front of these white niggas.
Oh, he was talking about when them boys, what's his name, Spody Face, and them pulled up the No Jumper.
Dead homies, nigga. You know, homies would have crashed, nigga. On 6-0, nigga, don't give a fuck about none of that, nigga. Shout out Devil Donut, nigga, my real 40s, cuz. These niggas 68ers, though, nigga. On 6-0, and this my homeboy, nigga. On the hood. And whatever me and my homeboy gotta go through, nigga, to clear what we gotta clear, nigga, on 6-0, he gonna always be my homeboy, nigga. It don't matter whatever it is, nigga. But the energy that, nigga, from now on, nigga.
And the way Bricc was going off in this video, man, he had you thinking like him and DW Flame was like real close friends, though.
Keep on running content on my name, nigga. I'm putting Kill Squad in the street. On 6-0. Y'all forgot I had chili, nigga. Nigga. On 6-0, nigga. Go look up, nigga. What shit he worth, bitch. Dead homies, no.
Don't give them too much. Don't give them too much.
No, it's had content 3 days. Nigga, I don't give that energy up here. Bro, I'm the boogeyman. You nigga, you bitch in the hood that keep talking. Y'all know why y'all talking, cuz the boogeyman spoke, nigga.
The boogeyman.
And y'all scared.
Everybody the boogeyman.
Scared, nigga. You niggas to do shit on camera. But it's over with. I ain't finna keep going up, nigga. But the energy is what it is, cuz. And on the dead homies, send the link to cuz. On the dead homies, be outside, nigga. Play that shit, hey, nigga. On SC, nigga. On hood, they gonna be calling your ass little Draco, nigga. Dead homies, and it is what it is. You nigga cops, nigga. Dead homies, nigga. And the nigga who posted the other shit about me and a blick, nigga cop ass whack, bitch. Nigga on the hood calling me Mr. AK-47. Bitch got open cases, nigga. Stop playing with me, cuz.
I mean, he did say he had open cases, though, and they still was talking about it. But damn, Bricc, you ain't making it no better with all this hollering you out there doing. Let's keep going with Flacco, man. Shout out to Flacco.
On the dead homies, I ain't leaving my kids for nothing, nigga.
That crash out clip got 1 million views on YouTube.
Damn.
But if you could ask Bricc Baby right now to go back in time and he knows it's going to do 1 million views, he won't do it, bruh. He won't do it, bruh. He won't.
I don't know. Look at all the other stuff he did after that, though, Flacco. He did a whole bunch of other talking and crashing out and saying crazy, weird shit online after that.
Yo, it wasn't worth it, bro. Him putting Kill Squad in the streets, him fighting the security guard, him doing certain things, even admitting he had a gun when he went to the security guard, right? And, you know, and he would admit that people had to take the gun from him so he won't do nothing crazy. Yo, this is all ammunition for the feds. And the feds were just watching, sitting back. Because they arrested Bricc Baby in June of 2023. But they declined to really press charges because they were just waiting. And they gathered for 2 years. Watched Bricc Baby on these podcasts every episode, just waiting for him to say or do something that they can capture.
Definitely. Damn. This might be one of your best videos, Flacco. Let's keep going.
This is insane. Now, the feds will also point out the fact that Bricc Baby had a gun on him the day before he got arrested. So during the podcast with him and Loose Cannon, the feds will post a clip of Bricc Baby having a gun on him during the podcast a day before his arrest.
They definitely dictated the stream.
The gummies did their thingy thing. That's a fact.
Yeah.
We had some good fun.
Do y'all think that Bricc Baby purposely leaned, like I do, but I just want to know, do y'all believe that Bricc Baby purposely leaned back like this so Loose Cannon could see that he was strapped? I really don't. And the way I do it and the way I don't, because they was out in Vegas together, but we don't know what was going on behind the cameras, like how many people was with Loose, how many people was there with Bricc. You know what I mean? We really don't know what happened behind the scenes, but this is wild.
Good, clean fun.
Are y'all noticing the patterns, like the bricks and all this shit look a little different and all that?
You really feel like that?
Yeah.
You said Compa was the one that
Bricc Baby purposely doing this. It felt like he wanted Loose Cannon to see it.
Yeah.
Because if you guys don't know, this is the first time Loose Cannon and Bricc Baby sat down on camera after beefing online for what would seem like eternity, but realistically like a year or two. So when he reaches his arm up, he wanted Loose Cannon to see he got it on him, so don't try nothing. This was not a smart move. So now the feds is essentially going to court today and telling the judge, look at his podcast etiquette. The day before we arrested him for this particular federal case he's fighting, he had a gun on him on stream, on public for everybody to see. This is not somebody who's reformed. That's going to be their argument. Now, the feds will also provide wiretaps. Now, in these wiretaps, bro, they painted Bricc Baby like a monster. This was all captured on wiretaps, according to the feds. They will say June 20, 2023, a second person accused Bricc Baby of pointing a gun at them. That person was his baby mama, KC. Now, KC would say, you know, you pulled a gun out on me with your daughter. You pulled a gun out on me in front of your daughter. You pointed a gun at me with your B.I. Bricc Baby will respond back according to the feds, I don't give a F, ninja. I don't give a F, B, ever since I've been with you. The following day,
That man said, ever since I've been with you. Ever since I've been with you, what? What was Bricc upset about?
It was also caught on wiretap, Bricc Baby and Casey having an argument about picking up his daughter. Now, the wiretaps will say that Bricc Baby will tell Casey, take the effing baby outside, you stupid B. You sit in the house all day, you dumb hoe. Casey will respond back, you effed up my leg, and that he was the one who hit on people. And she would say she could not walk or drive because Bricc Baby effed up her leg. Bricc will respond back according to the feds, man, on 6-0. Shut the F up, B. I just told you. Ninja, you keep playing with a ninja. You just want to see a ninja. On February...
It's funny how they, like, in these damn, in the wiretaps, when I was reading, I was thinking the same thing. How in these wiretaps, they got this idiot putting it on 6-0 throughout the whole entire wiretap.
February 20th, 2023, Bricc Baby was stated on wiretap that he did not respect the elders in the gang, and he will pop anyone on 6-0. On March 6th of 2023, Bricc Baby was caught on wiretap talking to his mom, who is bonding him out, and and found the mother of his child outside. So he was on the phone pulling up to the house, and when he got to the house, the mother of his child was outside. Now, he told his mom that the mother of his child was in gangland and wanted to expire early. So, they say Bricc Baby is talking in code because at this time, he kind of understands that he's being recorded or, his phone is wiretapped. Now, defendant asked the mother of his child, so Bricc asked the mother of his child if she wanted to die in front of her son on 6-0. As defendant mother, so Brick's mom is screaming at him to stop because he may be being recorded. On March 6th, the same day, defendant told KC that the police were acting stupid, that he was tired of doing what they told him to, and that he was ready to shoot the mother of his child.
What the hell do that mean, that the police is acting stupid and he was tired of doing what they told him to do and that he was ready to... Because I already know how this is going to be spent. This is being spent like Bricc Baby is cooperating with the police. I mean, what type of cooperation is it, though? Is they telling him what to do as in regards to dealing with his baby mom? Like, this is what you need to do. Go about it this way, that way. Or is he saying, like, I'm tired of them telling me to, like, get him information. I need you to bring me this back and that back or whatever. And I'm going to smoke my baby mom. Like, the baby mom thing is kind of throwing me, but let's keep going.
Later that day, Bricc Baby told another unidentified male that he could kill the mother of his child on 6-0. On March 28th, 2023, defendant said that he would body slam the mother of his child on her neck to stop playing with him. In the same call, defendant discussed how it felt to kill someone and have to go to school and play basketball the next day. This is stunning to me because, one, this ain't the Bricc Baby I know. The Bricc Baby I know would never put his hands on a woman. The Bricc Baby I know would never do this to his baby mama. So,
okay.
Again, innocent until proven guilty. But
well, apparently you don't know Bricc Baby.
If he did these things, it's wrong. I can't co-sign it. It's detestable. It's deplorable. It's wrong. But he does deserve his day in court. Now it's unclear why Bricc Baby was still talking like this, right? Because even his mom was telling him, yo, you bring recorded, stop talking like that. So I would imagine that he had some sort of inkling that he was being recorded or he was on wiretaps. Because after the arrest with the feds, he knew something because he was talking in code half the time, but half the time he was just spilling it all. This is damning stuff, man. And the feds will call Bricc Baby a flight risk and claim that they arrested him early because they believe he's a danger to society and they can't release him. They only picked him up early because they believe he's a danger. A bunch of the stuff that we just rattled off is new, but we pretty much expected that. That has everything to do with the current firearm and gun charges he's currently fighting. But what we didn't know is the feds are currently investigating Bricc Baby for fraud charges. So they have a pending investigation and pending charges that's probably going to come in a superseding indictment. An investigation for fraud charges is Bricc Baby's worst nightmare. On top of these gun charges, they can tack on wire fraud, bank fraud, and other charges. It's bad for Bricc Baby. This is horrible. Now, the feds will list a couple of things in this indictment that shocked me because I didn't know Bricc Baby was living like this. This is some like movie stuff. This is shocking. The feds will claim that Bricc Baby crimes do not pertain only to violence and weapon possession. Defendant Bricc Baby is currently under investigation for fraudulently applying for FEMA benefits by claiming to be a renter of a property in Pasadena destroyed in the Eaton fire in January of 2020.
I mean, they're going back 5 years on this boy for this FEMA charge. Like they've been holding this in their back pocket for a while. But they could be just bringing. This may not be in the superseding indictment. And I get what Flacco is saying, but some of this shit might just be being used for their case, so he shouldn't get bond or bail consideration. This may just be in that memorandum. It may not be used against him in charges, but let's keep, because I don't know if I've seen that in the charges or not. Flacco could be right. I got to go back to the paperwork.
Moreover, in his digital devices seized during his previous arrest, when they seized his phones, his laptops, his et cetera, Bricc Baby was in possession of multiple social security numbers, addresses, and other personal identifying information that he bought on WhatsApp. Bricc Baby even had a photograph of a driver's license with his photograph, but a different name, address, and state. I'm terrified for Bricc Baby. The feds has been methodical with this, even down from arresting him after the raid in 2023, but not filing official charges and just letting him sit and thinking that the charges were never coming back. And then 2 years later, they just waited, right, for him to pretty much, eat up all the rope they gave him. They really set him up. This is insane. Now, I'm more terrified of the fraud charges than I am terrified of the gun charge. The gun charges, bro, 5, do 85 and come out, just like Crip Mac, right? Like Crip Mac took a plea deal. He'll be home by next year.
But that was just for one strap, Flacco. This dude got multiple. He done got caught with multiple straps, and he got those high capacity magazines though. So I mean, this is a little different.
But these fraud charges, bro, they come with 10, 15, 20. And it looks like that's what the feds is really pushing for. Because right now, he's still under investigation for this. So even if he beats this gun charge or, he gets sentenced for this gun charge, we still might indict him on these federal fraud charges. Oh my God. Now, there was a portion in Bricc Baby's paperwork that, caused some controversy. A Rolling 60 member called Christopher Lovejoy, aka 600, he would take to his Instagram to accuse Bricc Baby of snitching. Christopher would say Bricc Baby was tired of working with them people. Guess that informant-ish ain't what is all boiled up to be. Lil Buster is a rat. So, and he would highlight what I read previously, which is...
All right, that part. But we got something else going on. We got content. It's live, but we about to get it cracking anyway. I wonder if he already on here talking. Let me see. Let me click on it real quick. If he already on here calling Bricc Baby a snitch or not. Nah, it ain't on there yet. All right, that's cool. We know it's bad for Bricc Baby. Let's go back out. See what we can get going. What else? Subscriptions. What else is on? What else can we react to, man, of dealing with this same situation? Give me 1 second. We're going to find something. See who else reacted to this paperwork. Am I still subscribed to Trenches News? Here it go.
You want to support me? Go to Nene Marie 37 on IG and purchase a signed copy of my book. That's how you support me. Make sure you smash that like button. Go right now and follow me on TikTok at Trenches News 3837. That's my only TikTok. Yo.
Damn, that mic is terrible, but let's see what he's talking about.
Oh, it's your boy Trenches News, and I'm back at y'all with another one. Appreciate all the support. Thanks for everyone who subscribed to the channel. If you ain't subbed to my channel, make sure you do. Make sure you join the membership. Shout out to all my mods. If you ain't follow my mods, you can follow their at the end of the video. Remember, we could come and destroy everything, and now you homeless, so make sure you get back. With that being said, let's say the kids, the women, the elderly, the neutron. Remember, CPD can't save you or 15 minutes before you go outside if it don't, so you can bury them properly and not have to do a GoFundMe. Hey, y'all, I got one story and one story only. We talking about Bricc Baby, Loose Cannon, and we talking about the wiretaps and No Jumper. It's all one story, though. Make sure y'all smash that like button so this video can get around. If you got Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, Twitch, Facebook Market, any of that, any platform, make sure you share this video so it can get around. All right, y'all, we starting with Bricc Baby. Bricc Baby, he went on academics and said that he'll be coming home probably tomorrow. He popped out. He was laughing and bragging and saying that a 1.1 million equity, that's what he got to get out on that. But some paperwork just dropped, and I don't know if Bricc Baby aware of this, but it just dropped on pacer.gov, and it's saying that Bricc Baby is in trouble. The Fed said during the raid of 2023, when Bricc Baby got arrested for the AK-47, the police had to expose this investigation with Big U and Loose Cannon and the big draws and the Rolling 60 Crips. They had to expose it because Bricc Baby was on wire talking about hats, and he pointed a gun at his baby mama and the baby while she had the baby in her hand. And the feds heard it over the wire, and they rushed the Bricc Baby crib and arrested Bricc Baby. But instead of keeping Bricc Baby, knowing this, and this is what I tell y'all, the feds record and the feds, but they did come when she was in danger. But they let Bricc Baby back out. They let Bricc Baby back out to continue their investigation. And Bricc Baby was wiretapped. Now they got Bricc Baby on there arguing with his baby mama. Bricc Baby got arrested with the same gun. He got caught with the same gun that he set across from Loose Cannon. The last interview before they got locked up, he got caught with that gun, which was a Glock 26, and he got caught with live rounds, 17 rounds in it, and plus extra rounds. Now, this after Bricc Baby done already got caught with 4 guns. He done got caught with 3 guns. He done got caught shooting in a mall, in a business area. They saying some would-be robbers try to rob Bricc Baby, and he ended up shooting, and he got grabbed for that. Man, I don't think Bricc Baby finna come home, but Bricc Baby took to academics and was laughing, saying that he about to pop out, him and Loose Cannon, and he was talking about how they cellies and how they made his celly move around out of the cell for Loose Cannon to come in there. If you look over the paperwork on pacer.gov, man, Bricc Baby ain't gonna come out, and they asking for 15 years, man, 15 years each count. 15 years each count. So I don't know how you weigh that out in the feds, because the feds go by points. They go by a point system. How many times you got arrested in the world? What was your offense? The guns and all that, man. It don't look like Bricc Baby finna be outside no time soon. And they study clickbaiting. They study getting on the phone calls, knowing that they wiretap, knowing that the feds watching them. And they calling in to No Jumper. Now, No Jumper is brought up in the paperwork. No Jumper, all the evidence, I have most of the evidence come from No Jumper. Their affairs even said that he crashed out at his work of employment. They talking about when Bricc Baby jumped up off the couch, and he was talking about what you want to do. I don't know who he was trying to fight, but it looked like somebody had grabbed Bricc Baby up because his clothes was all twisted.
Man, this shit with like people telling these stories and like reacting to this whole Bricc Baby situation, man, this shit is getting silly, man. Like, I'm just sitting here listening to how, you know what I mean, Trenches News is like giving his commentary on it. I'm gonna just say this, and I did use the video, man, and you know, shout out to Trenches News, man, but stick to covering Chicago, man. We don't need no help covering this LA No Jumper universe shit. We good. we got this, cuz, man. Hey, it's a slow, it's been slow on the media side, man. It's even slower today. I just want to come bring y'all that paperwork. That's it, man. I'ma get up out of here. I may or may not come back live, man, tomorrow, but you know, if some more news come out, if it's something worth reporting, I'll definitely be back or drop us video. So I either go live or bring y'all some content on the video, man. I appreciate everybody for tapping in, though, man. Y'all already know what it is, though. Ruler